Welcome to Information Crunch, the podcast where we dive into the depths of imagination. Are you ready to embark on a journey through the realms of creativity? Join us as we explore the boundless horizons of an ongoing campaign, developing in lore, crafting new tales, and weaving together the threads of imagination. Here at Information Crunch, we're don our adventurer's hats and set forth on a quest to uncover the mysteries of our campaign world. Each of us takes up a mantle of researcher and scour the manuals of history and legends of hidden gems of knowledge. But wait, there's more. Our journey does not end in individual discoveries. No, dear listeners, we take our findings and bring them to the table, where we meld them into a tapestry of story. From epic sagas to intricate civilizations, from legendary creatures to mystical artifacts, we blend our insights and imaginations to create something truly extraordinary. So grab your maps, sharpen your wits, and join us in Information Crunch, where every episode is an adventure waiting to unfold. Let's evolve in the depths of creativity together. Joining me is Noob Gretchen. How we chose our subject is through Wheel of Names, Information Crunch, where we spin a wheel of 60-something items, and we came up with cryptids. We also have a separate wheel that is the slotted ideas, which could be item, boss, NPC, story, location, or rumor, and we ended up with cryptids and story. And the cryptid I chose was Mongolian deathworm. The Mongolian deathworm is a red, yellowish skin that is, a little bit veiny, slick with slime, and with corrosive saliva. And how it attacks people is with it spits deadly venom, but legend says the creature begins its attack. It raises half of its body out of the sand, and it inflates and explodes, releasing venom or releasing the toxin all over. And then he zaps them with high voltage. This creature is about 2 to 7 feet long. If you look at the story or the movie Tremors, that's what it looks like. So based on this picture right here, we got several pictures of what a deathworm looks like. It's also in Ark, the Scorched Earth DLC. There's also a theory out there that it's an actual living fossil. Could be misidentified as a legless lizard or a sand boa, and that's based off of a few wiki pages, Cryptid and Weird and Wild. And then we got a Noob.
I chose the Loveland Frogman. Picture this. One night, you're out in the southern west part of Ohio, in Claremont County. And this area's got like streams or other bodies of water. And you're on your little cryptid moochie date out there, and this giant 3 to 4 foot frog just comes walking up to you. It scares you to death, me at least. So, when we're getting into this frog, it is known as a bipedal frog with bulbous eyes that some claim to be glowing or reflective. They go back and forth. It's got the normal frog-shaped head, it's pale skin, and it's reptilian-like skin. So, some sources, I took 3 sources from this. I got my stuff from A2ZAnimals.com. I got my other ones from mythicalencyclopedia.com and cryptidsfandom.com. It goes back and forth on, it just says that it looks like a frog. Some say that it's green, some say that it's green-gray. It also goes back and forth on if it's got webbed hands or feet. Some say that it does, some say that it doesn't. But this thing it began being sighted around May of 1955 in Loveland, Ohio. The other things that I can't really point down on it is if it's got leathery skin or not leathery skin and the web feed. Where was my next one? My next point came from this website. That's what I got mostly from A and through Z animals.com. Um, it's said to inhabit the city of Loveland, Ohio. It likes the marshy banks, and it like the river that keeps coming up for it is the Little Miami River, which runs through the city of Loveland. It normally just gets cited. There was a cop at one point that said that it literally just stood up and walked on 2 feet towards it. So that's why they're trying to figure out if it's a real animal or not. It's also 3 to 4 feet tall. That's terrifying for a frog.
So if you think about this, if this frog walks towards you,
Uh-huh.
is it gonna eat you?
There's been no there's been no no one said my family got killed by eating this thing, but it's it has been known to make things. It loves to swim and move quickly through the water. So when I think of it, I think of Jar Jar Binks, honestly, but more frog-like. Um, and then what else was there? There was a really cool thing about it. It talked about one way that it could pretty much what they're trying to say. It's magical, and it can hold sticks, and it uses the sticks to spark things. So they're saying since frogs are known to conduct electricity, that might be what it is. But there's really been no claims of it being dangerous. I think it's just terrifying to look at.
So it's not really let's say, a living fossil or anything of note. It's just a frog that they see standing 2 feet or 3 to 4 feet tall, sitting on a marshy shore.
Yes.
Like, it swim really fast and just stares at him.
Yeah. I think, yeah. It's not... It lurches upwards from a crouched position and walks. So it could just be a giant mutated frog that gets a kick out of scaring humans.
The way I see it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Frog.
But in frog form.
Because literally, this one couple in 20, the most recent sighting that I could find was from 2016. And this guy named Sam Jacobs and his girlfriend were playing Pokemon Go in Cincinnati. So it doesn't really make sense, but yeah.
So if
that is in Ohio, and it's by a lake or a river.
So we take this.
You say that it's intelligent, it's supposed to be intelligent, it collects objects. So
we take our information, right, Gretchen, or Miss Noob?
Whatever you.
However we want to do this.
I like it.
So we combine this information that we have to create a story.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it is that we got a slimy, bipedal, what do you say, worm frog?
Could we have two?
So bipedal tadpole.
You could do a bipedal tadpole, or you could just have two. You could have the frogman control, because they're supposed to be intelligent, and yours doesn't really say anything about if it's intelligent. I mean, it explodes to kill things.
It purposely raises its body out of the ground and explodes to kill people. So
I mean, yeah, I don't think it really got that much of a brain. You could have your frog dude control or be the caretaker.
But remember, the purpose of Information Crunch is we are based off cryptid stories. So we're going to combine both of our Mongolian deathworm and your Loveland Frogman in the one.
And so make the Loveland worm, the tadpole worm of Loveland.
I would say a slimy bipedal tadpole. And red and green makes what?
You know what time it is?
I have no idea.
I don't either. Late.
So it says your guy collects
brown.
He collects items.
A grayish brown. I mean, it's mostly brown, but yeah.
That collects items. So we'll say it sneaks around Steals items.
And when threatened,
from
how
locals.
is
When threatened,
it shoots toxins out of a where?
shoots toxins out its mouth.
That works.
Since it's based on a frog, right?
It is. But then where's your worm coming in other than that we've got the toxins in the color?
Because it looks like a tadpole.
That's
in the
true.
toxin.
Well, let's get what color? You said it was a green and a red and yellow. So
Red
we
and
can do
yellow.
a yellow brown mix.
I would say
instead of gray
I would
and
rather
brown.
do it. You want to use yellow brown?
Mm-hmm. I was being nice when I searched for colors, red and green make because my color theory isn't that great. It's an unpleasant shade of brown. We'll just say that. That's what it came up with. 2 to 5 feet tall. Yeah, that makes sense because mine's between 3 and 4. So
swampy areas, and how about oasis areas?
yeah.
Sneaks around and steals items from locals, and when threatened, shoots toxins out of its mouth. I'm trying to think of what else it could be compared to. Would you say Dillo, or T-Rex, Velociraptor?
Ooh.
Or would it be in its own category, being technically an amphibian? Let's say, as of right now, I have it as an amphibian. The slimy bipedal tadpole that is yellowish brown. It stands 2 to 5 feet tall, hangs out in oasis areas. When it is out and about, it sneaks around and steals items from locals. And when threatened, it tends to shoot toxins out of its mouth.
I am have in common.
For the next session, we will be spinning on the wheel and getting our next topic. Would you like to do that now, Miss Noob?
Let's do it.
Oh, I clicked on the wrong one.
Let me get some music going first.
And then we spin, and we get a shark type. We get a shark.
Shark type.
So you get to choose the shark.
Okay.
And the idea of it is we have to create a rumor about it. Rumor about a shark that both of us will come up with ideas.
You know, shark. Oh, shark's great. Shark Week's my favorite week of TV.